Hi. I saw it posted recently on one of the Facebook pages that I'm in, someone ready to buy their first Tesla, but they're deciding between the Standard Range Plus or the Long Range Model 3. I personally own a Model 3. I bought mine in 2018, and I went through the thought process between the two for a long time before I made my decision. And I have done plenty of research on it, and I'm going to present some thoughts to you in a concise format and hope this helps you with your decision. I'm going to work to earn your like and subscribe, so please check in with me at the end of this video and let me know if I did so. Okay, first, most important and easiest point to talk about is going to be the range of the two cars. The Model 3 Standard Range Plus is at 250 miles of range, that's an EPA rating, and the Model 3 Long Range All-Wheel Drive is at 322 miles. Obviously, that's a bit of a difference, 72 miles. If you're driving on the freeway, that's roughly another hour worth of driving before you would need to stop and charge your car. Now, I actually own what Tesla refers to as a mid-range Model 3, so my battery size is 264 miles, which is only a little bit more than the Standard Range Plus today. So for arguments purposes, I have a Standard Range Plus. I have done plenty of road trips in my car now, and the longest one I've done was an 18-hour round-trip road trip, and that was honestly not that big of a deal in a shorter range car. I had to stop roughly every 2, maybe 2.5 hours to plug in and charge, and each time I stopped was anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, and it really wasn't the end of the world. Now, I will be totally honest in saying that I have loved my car, and the only thing that I would do different is have more range in the battery. I love the idea of being able to drive much further and have less range anxiety before having to charge the vehicle again. Even though another hour on the road is not that big of a deal, on that 18-hour trip I did, it was 5 total supercharging stops. And that might have only been 3 or 4 if I had a bigger battery. If you don't do road trips that often, then having a shorter range battery is plenty. Most people do not drive more than 250 miles in a day. It is worth saying that you probably won't actually get the realistic 250 miles out of the battery. That's how much the battery will do if you're not using a whole bunch of other energy. Most people like to have some air conditioning or maybe some music playing, or there are a couple other really cool features in the car that you can have running too, like the karaoke. But you probably won't get a full 250 miles, maybe realistically 220 miles, unless it's in the winter, you might get a little bit less, or if you're driving a little bit faster than the speed limit, if you're on the freeway, a little bit less. There are some other factors that will play into that. Or now with Tesla's latest full self-driving software almost being completed, the computer that's going to be running that energy might be using a little bit extra battery too. Even all that being said, you're probably not going to use a full battery in a day of driving with the Model 3. So if you go on trips often and you do road trips, then long range is going to be the way to go. If not, standard range is probably fine. Number 2, one of them is all-wheel drive. If you're liking the content so far, I'd like to check in and ask that you subscribe and like. It boosts this video for the YouTube algorithm, and thank you very much. All-wheel drive is self-explanatory. It makes it a safer car. It makes it so that you've got 2 motors, one in the front and the back, and then the car is controlling what's going on if you're ever driving over unsafe conditions. Wet roads, ice, gravel, snow, you're gonna be in a slightly safer car. But also, it actually makes the car more reliable. And you have 2 motors running, and both of them are powerful enough that it can power the vehicle entirely on its own. So if way off in the future, one of those motors ever did give out, the other one can run the car entirely by itself. That's cool. Number 3. The premium interior. This is the one that I thought about the most. If you're looking at the Standard Range Plus, you're getting the partial premium interior. If you're looking at the Long Range All-Wheel Drive, you're looking at getting the full premium interior. I actually, in the mid-range, have the full premium interior, and there are a few big pieces of this that I want to go over quickly. One, you get more speakers in the full premium, so you get 14 speakers instead of 8 speakers, and so the sound system is going to be a lot more round. If you're an audiophile, like I consider myself to be, and you really enjoy sound, then that's something you'll really, really like. You have a couple other minor things, like there's going to be satellite maps and live traffic imaging that's going to come free for a year as of today in the long range, and you'll get other programs like the Slacker music program, which will come free also for a year. It's a music streaming service where you can tell your car whatever you're thinking of it, and it will search it and then play it for you. Podcasts, music, it's pretty cool. I really enjoy having the full premium interior in my car, and I highly recommend it. If you are someone that can handle going with the extra price, get a long range. If not, it's certainly doable to live off of a Standard Range Plus, even if you do go for road trips regularly. So I hope this helps you with your thought process. If you are interested in getting a Model 3, check out this video up here where I talk about how the easiest way is to find one. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment box below. And if you are buying one, please use my referral code, which is down in the description. Stay safe.